Look, as we get older, time can feel like it's literally escaping us.
Slipping through our fingers. But best-selling author and podcast host Beck Wilson is here to teach us how to get the most out of every day and live richer, more fulfilling lives as the years go by. All Beck's tips and tricks are here in her latest book. It's called Prime Time, and she joins us live in the studio.
Hey, Beck.
Beck, it's so good to see you. Welcome.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Okay, so a lot of people live with this misconception that our 20s and our 30s are our prime. You say it's somewhere between 40 and 70.
Yeah.
No, what is the exact age of the prime?
Look, I think 47 and a half is the bottom of your happiness curve, they say.
Oh.
Wow.
And the scientists have told me that.
should be
So,
ecstatic.
you know, that is where we hit... You might have previously called it your midlife crisis, but I actually think it's just a trigger point for a transition in life where we go looking for more, we go looking for what's next, and we might just find a whole new phase of life that didn't exist for previous generations.
All right, so you outlined some of the key pillars to empower older Australians to create these more richer, fulfilling lives. What is that?
Yeah, so I think we have to understand our power. That's the first pillar. Then think about our money. Our money is actually foundational to all the other things. If we have financial confidence, we can make better choices. Then we've got to think about our health. It's really, really important because you can't do it without your health. Then you've got your work, purpose and happiness. And work is something we should probably find enjoyment in if we want to keep doing it into our 60s and 70s, because we're going to live to 95 or 97, an average 50-year-old today, right? So you don't want to stop work at 55 and do nothing for 45 years, right? There's so much to put into this phase of life, but it's all about the choices you make. The next pillar is then travel and adventure. You've got to get that one in. That's a really, really important one. And then there's a last one. What is it? It's not coming to me.
Money management.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's
money
talk-
is absolutely fundamental.
So, yeah, so why is it more important than ever for older Aussies or maturing Aussies?
Midlifers now.
Midlifers to take control of finances, and how can they go about that?
Yeah, look, we've got to step in, and I think we step into 3 financial phases. Our setup phase, where we take control, we go look at that super statement, we understand how compounding works, we think about how to plan, invest and grow our money while we've got the time for passive investment to do the work, right? And we've got the money coming in from work, and probably the kids are starting to free up some of that capital as well.
Yeah.
You know, they're becoming more independent. I know mine are, and I'm nearly 50. But then we've got, if we get that right, we've got a lifestyling phase where we can work and enjoy life. Imagine a phase where we don't have to retire yet, but we can really dig in and have flexibility and choice because we are in a position of financial confidence.
Yeah.
You've got to get to the last one. You part-time before you retire.
Yeah.
And you have a whole phase of part-timing that you plan because only 31% of people retire by choice today.
Okay.
Right? We've got to get in control of retirement
Interesting.
journeys.
Tell us about what the time wasters are.
The time wasters are, do you have a budget, right? Not having a budget, right? Really, really toxic, right? Not thinking about our money and talking about it in the house, right? I mean, I think that's a really damaging one. But one of the big ones is, I need a bigger house, I need a bigger car, I need fancier jeans, I
Keeping
need
up with the
more
Joneses.
wine, right? The reality is you don't need a bigger house in your 50s. Quite often the kids are starting to think about leaving. But you do need a right-sized house and a bigger super fund to generate you passive income when you get to retirement. And maybe you need some income in between and you need to learn how that happens.
So much
This is
great
awesome.
advice in this book, and I'm
This
so
is
glad I
awesome.
haven't even hit my prime yet.
You've got plenty of
I'm
time.
going to start reading
Good news.
today.
Thank you for having me,
Thank
guys.
you, Beck. So good to see you.
You can purchase Prime Time in bookstores or online from the 30th of July.